young chillin', a YouTube internet media villain. Can't be what you want her to be. She's a baby-faced heel on the first degree.
Alright, we open with SmackDown from April the 10th. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky call out Jade Cargill. There's a match set up later for Io Sky and Jade Cargill. Bayley loses to Alexa Bliss. After that, Berto Garza, he loses to Royce Keys, and it's Royce Keys' first singles match in SmackDown. He usually be wrestling on the After Dark program, or what they call what's the name of that?
Lights off matches?
Yeah. The matches that come before the actual show.
Oh, preview matches.
Yeah. There's a name for it, but I just can't remember it at the moment. Dark Horse. That's what it's called, a Dark Horse match. Those are matches that they set up before the actual taping of the shows. That's where they experiment with putting certain wrestlers together and see if they mesh.
Like Dominic Mysterio and John Cena.
Something more wilder than that, because that's obvious that that's going to happen. But let's say, Royce Keys and Gunther. You don't see that coming, but they put matches together like that to see, do they work? And if it works, that's something they're going to write into the script somewhere down the line. And those are called Dark Horse matches. They do them a lot. Mm-hmm. Gives the people that buy the tickets, give them their money worth.
Okay.
Where did I leave off? Anyway, after that, Pat McAfee, he cuts a promo and is interrupted by Cody Rhodes. They have a back and forth. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Randy Orton is backstage beating up Jelly Roll.
He deserves it.
Yes, I'm so happy. And then after that, there's a 2-on-1 on Cody. Randy and Pat beating him down. After that, there's Jacob Fatu. He defeats Tama Tonga. Afterwards, Drew McIntyre jumps in and attacks Fatu. After the match, Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn, he cuts a promo, but he gets cut off by Trick Williams along with Lil Yachty. They have a back and forth and blah blah blah. Pretty much to sell their match coming up, at WrestleMania. But Trick also has a match coming up right after that exchange. He beats Matt Cardona. After that, we have Danhausen, and he beats Kit Wilson, or as they've been calling him, like I used to, Kip Wilson. And they beat him. Well, he beat him. He gave him a curse. And all of a sudden, the pyro malfunctioned and shot up his ass. and he beat Kit Wilson. You are cursed.
I love when you curse people. It is the best thing about the show.
Yeah. Let's see. Women's champion Jade Cargill, she defeats Io Sky, of course. And that was SmackDown. Raw, April the 13th. Brock Lesnar and Obafemi, they're supposed to have a contract signing. Seeing that they fought during the last one last week. So that was the show opening this week. Brock, he signs first, but Oba is not out there, so he signs his stuff later. Lyra Valkyria, she defeats Charlotte Flair in a singles match. Stephanie McCool and Liv Morgan, they attack each other for their little, they cut their
promo.
Yeah. What are we in reverse? Was it Freaky Friday?
Maybe.
Anyway, they fight to sell their match coming up at WrestleMania. The Usos and LA Knight defeat the MFTs in a 3-on-3 match. Seth Rollins jumped Gunther from behind. basically to sell their match at WrestleMania this weekend. Io Sky loses to Kairi Sane. Jade, Rhea, Asuka, all of them, they were there to interfere. Obafemi finally comes out to sign his contract, and then he cuts a promo. Paul Heyman comes out, and that's who he cuts his promo on. They have a back and forth. And I'm glad to see Obafemi is good on the mic. Javon Evans and Dragon Lee defeats Rusev and JD McDonough. Rusev, the sore loser, he beats up everybody, even his tag team partner. And Rey Mysterio, who comes out to see what's happening. And then we finally end up with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. They cut promos. Both of them were very good. So can't wait to see this WrestleMania weekend.
Who's your wrestler of the week?
Obafemi. I'm glad that he just know how to cut a good promo along with his wrestling moves. But I also like my boy Royce Keys. He came out, did a good match too.
I'm gonna have to say Liv Morgan, and only because she came up with that music video and I was not expecting it. And
that video is shitty. It looks just like anything else on MTV or whatever.
MTV doesn't really do music videos like that anymore.
I know. That's where it belongs.
It's giving the Divas era of the 2000s. And it's quite interesting, honestly. But sometimes we need to grow from that. But sometimes we don't. Congratulations to Jimmy and Naomi. Jay had slipped up in their Hot Ones interview and said, "I love your newborn baby more than I love you," to Jimmy. And now people are going crazy online. But with that, if they did have their baby, they need to have Naomi do a promo of her in the hospital room holding that baby saying, "I'm coming back in a year."
You said that already.
Yes, yeah. But I need them to do it. I feel like that would be the best thing.
What they say, from your mouth to God's ears, they see this video and they will do that.
It seems like somebody from WWE is watching our videos because they have stolen a few things from us. And it's just like,
I think it's just great minds think alike.
Nah. I think it's plagiarism, but...
You know what? I thought that too, because I used to come up with shit and all of a sudden I'd hear it next week on there. I'm like, oh, they've been listening. They've been spying.
You never know. But, I think Bianca Belair might make a return. She has been silent on Instagram, but there was a thing where she was healed up. Like, her whole thumb was completely healed up. So, I can see her and Montez coming back for WrestleMania. I see Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins coming back for something special, but it's hard to say what they could put them into. Because they could easily throw them into the Jimmy J versus the, whatchamacallit gang. And I say that because they could have each faction going after each other. Because Angelo and Montez have not really had a run for a while.
Right.
And having them go against these two powerhouses right now could throw them into
Since
the spotlight.
They got the belts, yeah, so it might as well go for the head.
Yeah, so.
They don't need to work their way up to the top. They're supposed to, but yeah.
And Bianca Belair is Bianca Belair, so she's probably gonna jinx Jade and Rhea's match, which would be great.
You are cursed.
Yeah.
You said jinx. I'm thinking that.
Danhausen and I was about to say IShowSpeed. That's not who I was thinking of. Danhausen and Truth should not be allowed to talk to each other.
Yeah. Two comedy icons exploding together, and it worked pretty good.
It was really funny because I knew Damian Priest could not handle himself because he had to look away, but I know he was not really ready for those two to be together. Because I don't think any of us were ready to see those two together. But if they're gonna do it more, and I need them to be even more confusing.
I would like for Damian Priest to get hurt and Danhausen steps in to help R-Truth defend the belts.
Yes.
And then everything after that is just comedy.
If it does work like that, they need to have Truth think that Danhausen is Priest, but shorter for some reason.
Yeah, or somebody else that he looks up to. I can't think of nobody offhand, but someone that he would go, like he recognized him, and
Yeah.
Danhausen would be like, with his opportunistic self, just rolls with it.
Yeah. But one of my favorite things about Danhausen is he names everyone Hausen. And I love that. That is one of my favorite things to just randomly see on TikTok, where it's like Baileyhausen. It's like, yes.
I like the thing where when the lights go out and he disappears, but when you see in the back, you see him running away.
He runs all weird like a gremlin.
That reminds me of the old Mad magazines, the old Mad cartoons, where something magical is supposed to happen, but if you look to the side, you see them giving away the trick. I love that. And that's what he reminds me of.
Yeah.
Especially, like you said, the goofy way he runs away.
He's really good for the WWE. He's bringing them into a bit of a new era, and I love it.
So much so that I think everybody had forgotten about the Mexican dude with the little lizard.
I did like him, but Danhausen is a little more fun.
Yeah. I think they left dude back down there in the AAA. He ain't working his way up to WWE as long as they got Danhausen.
True. Roman Reigns and CM Punk, I'm really happy they didn't give away who's going to win. Because they are very known to let you know who's going to win the upcoming match. So this gives us even more of like, more fun with it instead of us just automatically knowing.
Yep.
And I can also see it as somebody's going to sabotage them. I can't think of who yet, but somebody's going to come up and sabotage them. And more than likely, is going to be someone sabotaging CM Punk. And then CM Punk is going to lose his belt to Roman. I say this is a great opportunity for them to bring back the one guy from the Shield. They're not going to do it, but they could. It would be absolutely funny. And especially since Seth Rollins is back, Seth Rollins hates him. And I love it when I see those two interact. But, no, that's not what I was thinking about. The Judgment Day. I told you the demon was coming back. And you were like, no, he's not coming back. Next thing we know, them announcing he's back.
But that's in AAA though, right? That's
No,
not in
no. That's
WrestleMania.
that's one of the main events for WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to do it in AAA.
Dom against the Demon at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I knew they had a match, but I thought it was in AAA and it wasn't in WrestleMania.
No.
My bad.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to see it because, like, the Demon's been gone for 3 years. And the way Dom was so adamant that this wasn't going to happen makes me really happy. I think they're all people who need to be put down a peg, but it's quite fun. Do you have any predictions for WrestleMania?
Nope. I want to be surprised. Because if I had predictions and they came true, I'd be so mad. I want to be surprised.
That's true. I think the last thing I want to talk about is iShow Speed and the whatchamacallits and the
Vision.
Yeah, the Vision and the Usos and LA Knight. I'm really happy they've fully made it official, but they're putting that promo video like, oh my gosh, Speed is learning how to be a wrestler. I will say Speed is exceptionally weirdly good at athletics.
They're going to use him, and he's going to be like an unwitting participant. He's going to do his little shtick, but it'll be like something that he didn't plan to prepare for. He's going to get grabbed and thrown, and he's going to flip and do all this wild shit. Like, oh, I don't think he has any prepared offense moves. It's all going to be defense.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know what they're going to do with what's that broke up rapper? Yachty.
Little Yachty. He hasn't made music since 2016.
Yes. which is why I don't know why he's even relevant in this
I
match.
don't know.
Hell, they may as well just pulled up a
Someone from
hologram of Tupac.
I think that would have made people more happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just want to bring people in just because, and it's like this is stupid. I think it's weirder they put him with Trent Williams.
Since Afro Man is now hitting, and he's an old dude from way back then, they might as well have thrown him in.
He's busy right now with his
Lemon
trial.
pound cake. No, the trial been over with. He won. He won.
I was not paying that much attention.
That's why I say he's still hot. So throw him in there instead of some little Yachty.
True. Maybe Little Yachty's trying to promote his new music coming out. I don't know. I don't listen to his music.
Do he have music?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything since 2019.
We already know Afro Man has music out.
He does.
so let him do a honky tonk man type thing. He pull out his guitar and then he bust people in the head with his guitar and shit, like Honky Tonk Man and the other dude on AEW.
Okay. Oh, I just got one more thought. What if Liv Morgan gets sabotaged by somebody? And it could be either one of the women in her group. I could see it being either one. Raquel Rodriguez, because, well, Liv doesn't really treat Raquel really good. And then the new chick, Roxanne Perez, she could be trying to defend. No, I can't remember. Revenge for Finn Balor. Because she's still in the group and she can explode it from the inside.
That makes more sense. I like that. I can see that.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, this will be all crazy. The WrestleMania is going to be really exciting this year.